Welcome back to Our Life Simplified. I'm Laura. If you are new to my channel, thank you for watching. In today's video, we are kind of getting a little bit of a late start, but I'm going to do it anyways. We are going to set up the pumpkin patch and squash garden. We went to our Rural King and got cattle panel, so we're going to have an arch, and then we also got some other fencing, and we are going to attempt to put them vertically on this side and on this far side. So it gives some of my squashes and the smaller pumpkins places to grow vertically. I plan on planting some pumpkins, zucchini, summer squash, acorn squash, butternut squash, and spaghetti squash. Not sure if I'm going to have room, but I was planning on planting some corn, and if the corn doesn't make it, which I usually don't have success with it, I will still use it as decoration around fall time. So this just got tilled up a couple of days ago. I cleaned out my chicken coop and threw the bedding on this area, and so we tilled that in. We're supposed to get rain maybe tonight, but for sure in 2 days there's a high chance of rain. So I thought this would be a great time to go ahead and get it in the ground. We've kind of been in a drought. I think it's been several weeks since we've really had, maybe 3 to 4 weeks since we've really had any rain where we are at. And if you have chickens, and if you would like to go back and watch that video of me cleaning out my chicken coop to maybe get some ideas if you're struggling with how you're going to build your coop, if you're new to chickens or you're redesigning your chicken coop, I will go ahead and link that for you to watch. So this is the before. So after a lot of work and effort, just as I explained before, we have this row with stakes and panel. These are either 7 or 8 foot T-posts, and then we put fencing up. They're this kind of fencing. It's like a 2x4, and we thought this would be sturdy enough. If you notice, some of the squash are already coming up. I believe on this panel, I think I have the spaghetti squash and butternut squash on this panel. On this arch, I do have some pumpkins. Some were bigger seeds than others. I kind of had them all mixed together, so we'll see how that works. And if any of you have experience with growing pumpkins, like decent sized pumpkins on cattle panels, let me know in the comments below if it was successful or not. This to the left of the arch here, again, T-post. They were either the 7 or 8 foot T-post with the fencing on it. And I planted, I think they were the Jack Be Little pumpkins and acorn squash. Now, so far I have not seen any of them coming up. So I don't know if they were just bad seeds or if there just hasn't been enough water yet. So we will see with that. And then down there on that far side, I planted about 9 or 12 or so different big pumpkin seeds. And then in the center here, I have corn growing. I don't know if you can see that corn growing in the center. I figure even if I don't get good ears of corn, I would at least have the corn stalks so that I can decorate for autumn. I have several squash popping up down this fence line. So I'm at the far end right now where the bigger pumpkins were planted, and it looks like I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 have popped up through the soil, so we'll see how well that does. And I also planted around the outskirts. I have some sunflowers that I planted throughout. And of course, some of these are weeds. I also tried to plant some marigolds and nasturtiums, but they were looking pretty pathetic. So unless we get a really good rain to get it really situated and growing, it may not grow out here. But last year when I had planted the pumpkin patch, I didn't have anything to support any of the squashes that I was growing, including the pumpkins, and so they were everywhere. And then of course the squash bugs got a hold of them and decimated my crop. I'm hoping with the vertical fencing, which I don't know if the vertical will work or if it needed to be more of an A-frame or an arch. We will see. I don't know if that will help me be able to identify the squash bugs easier and quicker for me to try to remove them manually, but we will see. Let me know what your experiences are with squash and pumpkins and how you have kept those squash bugs away. I try to grow organically, which I will continue to try to do, and we'll just see how it goes. And if you notice, I have this orange fencing all the way around. That is for the sole purpose of the deer, to try to keep them out. So I did this last year and it worked last year, so we will see. But anyways, I will keep you posted on this journey and let you know how things go. So let me know what you think. Let me know if there's anything I need to do and to change before these plants get too big. Anybody who has experience with the pumpkins and other various squashes. And if you liked this video, be sure you give it a thumbs up. And please consider subscribing. Until next time, thank you for watching.